This is Terrancegangstawilliams, a.k.a. OG Giggity, a.k.a. Mr. Answer Right Back, a.k.a. the People's Champ, Terrancegangstawilliams. Now, Bosstalk, for maybe like a few months, maybe a year now, he had me trying to just get someone from New Orleans just to talk bad about OG Giggity. But I just want to explain this to Bosstalk. And it's cool, it's good for content. But Bosstalk, when I was in the streets, when I pledged allegiance to my gun back then, I was in the streets. When I went to juvenile jail, state prison, to the feds, I held it down. For as when I say that, meaning like I wasn't no chump, nobody never punked me, nobody never robbed me, nobody never jacked me. I was stepping in the streets and stepping in jail, bro. So you keep there, you're trying to ease it in. Oh, I have to. This is what he said, y'all. Check him out. And he think he got all the same. He want to be so slick.
Gangsta Terrance Williams. He out here on the internet, man, and he, hey, everybody see what's going on. Boosie.
Now listen, you know what I noticed? They say he out here on the internet, but listen, I come home, I had to find something to do. I couldn't go back to the streets. I mean, I could have went back to the streets. I chose not to go back to the streets. So jumping on the internet, once I started learning the ins and outs of this social media game, once I started learning that, I was like, hey, I'm getting the feel of this thing. Okay, I'm starting to like this. I could sit back behind the camera or the phone and talk that talk, and get paid. So I look at the internet, it's like my new drug game, the new street game for me. And it's legal. So I'm selling content. What's that? You trying to cop? Come through. You don't want cop? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hit the internet. Yeah, I took that thing by stone. Yeah, I used to have it in the headlock, and I used to palm it when I wanted to breathe. Of course. And now you got other people that's coming along, jumping on that, seeing the game. Because see, this is what I love about the internet versus the rap game. Like I always tell people. In the internet game, you can't hurt me, I can't hurt you. It's all about content. It's like a TV channel. People gonna come to my channel to see what I got going on. All right, yeah, I'm gonna check that out now. Geek it, I don't want to hear that. They're gonna go to the next man. Buy my book. The rap game, certain rappers or singers don't want to help certain people out because they don't want them to take the spot. Okay, I'm hot right now. I got the best single of the week or whatever. I got the best album sales. I got this. It's a competition. Like with YouTube, sort of too, because people look at your numbers, see what you got going, who viewing your stuff, who checking for you as well. But it's a totally different because, like I say, I'm having you got some good videos, you got some bad videos, you got some good views, some bad. It's just up and down, it fluctuates. But this guy right here been coming for me. He'll play it all thing. Like if you go back and review some of his stuff, one time he told to do like, what's the guy's name? Bro. And now before that interview, he had just said my name before that, so he'll try to play the little cool, innocent role like he's naive to the, because he in Florida, Dallas. He tried to play the little role like, oh, because you from New Orleans, like what? Thinking he gon', bro. No, Bosstalk. It's not gonna happen, bro.
Some real harsh words to say about telling on somebody who, you know, did. And I'm just trying to understand. You were locked up with this guy. And both of them. With Boosie as well? Yeah, so he said Boosie was in protective custody when he was in Angola. Is that true?
Well, I heard that, man. The situation that Boosie was in, from my understanding, he was in the camp with me at one time. Boosie had money when he come to jail. Simple as that. He had money when he come to jail. I mean, and the little situation with Angola by our whole population and the way the prison is being ran, it's open. It's wide open. It's not a lockdown prison. So I'm talking about it's very wide open. It's not like any other prison on the inside. So it's a lot of movement, So with his money, they knew he could have kind of dictated a lot of shit in prison. So they held him in the cells for a while.
Okay. Now you see, y'all notice this? And I've learned this too, because y'all gotta keep in mind, we all come from prison and coming out here and learning this game, right? So some of us in prison that hold certain feelings will be like, man, oh boy, we know him. Because it all started from when Boosie attacked me on Vlad. I responded to Boosie. And what happened was Boosie had sent word to me through this guy out of Houston, like, man, because the guy used to write certain people in prison. So he's like, yeah, I be writing Terrancegangstawilliams. Boosie, oh, tell him I said, what's up? Tell him I'm trying to sell my book. I was like, nah, because at the time, like, nah, I'm good because I got my own life story. I was thinking in a tunnel vision in a box. I wasn't thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna go and buy that book. I could cop that book because back then, baby, them Slim, Birdman, Slim, Cash Money was taking care of me. So I could have purchased his book, right? And then when he got out, it's like no one knows what the future holds. So, I had a few good men in Angola that I talked to, that I was talking to when I was in the Fed. We sent letters, write, call different family members, tell them, blah, blah, blah. So I had that, man, y'all make sure Boots good. Oh no, he all right, man, he in protected custody. Now, Kunta right here, this is a stand-up guy right here. He's breaking down what Boosie was at. And it's like I said on Vlad, it's not a bad thing. You just had to go there because of your influence, the money. So they put you behind in that cell. So some people are still protected. Some people are like, nah, it just was in a cell by itself. You just say we have a general population. You just say that when you go to Angola, you're going to go to that cell block, or you're going to go duck off in that hole somewhere, or they're going to put you over here by yourself. So a lot of people, and I learned the game too, where it's like, you never know, I might need a favor. I might need to holler at Bootsy. I might need something from Bootsy. So I'm going to sugarcoat it a little bit. I'm going to dress it up a little bit and, make it do what it do. And I get that, but street people, even people with just common sense, because I always tell people, common sense is free. All you got to do is use it. You can hear how people that's actually in Angola as well know how Angola go. But had Boosie been this like a regular Joe Blow like me and just hit the internet, you'll get different results of where he was housed at first versus, moving out that situation and going into population. And then in population, it's going to be in a little small weak camp where we know. Let me see how look what he say right here.
And so he went through everything he had to get out the cell. I know this for a fact. He was literally trying to come in population.
So what up? Now, this guy, Kunta, got a life sentence. I remember him and his two co-defendants came back to the parish. Now, he just made a statement that Boots was trying to do everything he can to get out the cell block to come into population. Well, where was he, Kunta?
But they sent him to a camp that wasn't really known for, it was like, close to a trustee camp. It wasn't no population. I mean, it was population, but it wasn't no PC or no shit like that. And he can't.
So now listen what he said. Boots come out the cell block. Boom, okay. So now he from being housed by himself. Now he's in the population. But from what Kunta just explained, he was like in a trustee, like the part where he was held was soft, where guys who couldn't live around certain people who hadn't been ran up, beat up, gets punked, or was just scared to move around. So we'll put him over here where it's a little. We ain't gonna put him with the lion, tigers, and bears. I'm gonna put him right here. So you're in population. You get to come out and breathe. You ain't in that cell block. You ain't over there by yourself no more. I'll put y'all over right here, and that's all. So Kunta, like I say, he's tap dancing around the situation, but he's being strategic with his answer, and I like that.
Oh, he come out.
Wow. So how was the temperature when he was there? People just knew.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, bro, in Angola, just not to take no credit for them guys, you know what I'm saying? But rappers don't actually move pieces in Angola like that, you know what I'm saying? In Angola, man, you really got to put your work in to be respected in that. It not just come to jail and because you take over shit. No, it didn't work like that, you know what I'm saying? So you're a pretty good guy.
Wow. I look at, you know, when he was locked up and then he went into I think he went in for a 18-month stint. I want to say it's been a while, but then he ended up they charged him for murder while he was doing this time. And then they start, you know, they tried him for murder. They start billing cases on him. You thought he was just going for this period of time and then coming home, but it ended up being somewhere they tried to shift it. And then he winds up on death row. And that's at Angola. And that's what, and you were there during that time. That's crazy. And Terrance was there during that time.
No, Gangsta. I was in Paris with Gangsta.
Okay, so he wasn't there. He wasn't even there during that time.
Gangsta didn't come to Angola. Gangsta never been to Angola.
So how do we know what kind of time Boosie was in and what?
Hey yo, this the parish. Well, this is Temperament. This is where I was in Temperament. This when I had left out the parish. I had left out of OPP and went to Temperament 3. This was Temperament 3 right here. Back then. This Temperament 3 right here. See me? Hanging chill, camouflage down. My cell. Yeah. Y'all see that was in my hand? I wasn't going for it. No, sir. I had a reputation on the street. And I had one in the jailhouse. I wasn't going for it. Nah. And Kunta was locked up with me. Kunta was locked up with me from juvenile to OPP with the adults. He was locked up with me.
What type of temperature he was on?
Well, I mean, because of his, his street ties,
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that he dealt with on the inside. I'm a guy that, I used to deal with him heavy too, so it's easy for him to find out certain things at that point, I mean? Right now, I don't know if guys actually, putting him in people's business like that right now, but
let me just say something on that. Yes, Kunta. Yes. There are guys that I still talk to in Angola. There are guys that still let me know, yo, such and such, bop, bop, yeah, this was going. It's prison talk. Only one thing I will say that one guy told me, said, because I try to get more information about the C. Murray situation. He was like, nah, bro, I don't want to talk about that because what go on in the dungeon, stay in the dungeon. And that's Mike. Kunta, you know who Mike is. Uptown out the Methamphetamine Project legend. Juvenile jail to Angola. Mike and George. You familiar with them? You was in the parish with them as well. And you was in LTI with Mike. Mike used to box. Mike still hold it down, still, 50 years old, still in Angola cutting up. But he kind of slowing down now. But I still have people that I speak with that I can call. They could call me or I send word, yo, tell the boy, call me. Tell the boy, reach out to me. I hit their mothers, wives, sisters, brothers, certain people I can hit up. Yo, tell them call me. Tell them how they need action. Tell them I need. So yes, listen. Only the internet and the people that are in their 30s, young people who was young, like, because I was 23 when I went to the Fed, so the people who I was kind of bumping heads with on the internet, it was one old stupid fool. But the rest of them was little followers that either follow behind him or was with him that don't even know me, that wasn't even street when I was in the streets, that I bump heads with, that I really don't have no business entertaining them, because the people are my peers, like Kunta and a lot of people, I don't almost have these problems with. They don't must get my business on how I come home or what I did to come home, because they know to mind their business. So it's always the people who's on the porch or who was maybe off the porch was just looking at the game that come to me, attack me, that I might troll, whatever. And I'm fine with that because I troll back sometimes. But for the people who was running around my time and running that pair, nah, come on, man. I want the best to ever do it.
At that time, bro, you definitely knew a lot of guys inside the prison.
But with the way that he came home, I mean, because we just talked about how you would do certain things to jeopardize who you are.
Indeed.
But he comes home on a step where he had spoke on some people, but they would just happen to be dead. How? I mean, is this something that is this something you would have done?
No. I actually had a situation like that with my case. You know, not to take any throw any jabs at him, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's not something I would have done, you know what I'm saying? It's not the way to go, man. They got other people, families who got to put up with that hurt, that shame that you throw on their family, you know what I'm saying?
Now, check this out. He's telling the truth. Because like I said, I was in a parish when him and his other two co-defendants came back there. And he's speaking the truth. He had a chance, because I know their whole situation. I know him, and like he said, him and I used to deal heavily. Let me just say this too, put this on the record. The only reason why him and I is not in heavy rotation to talk or tight as we used to be, because when I come home, it's just certain people I wasn't in contact with, certain people I wasn't reaching out to, certain people I didn't talk to, and he was so happy to be in Angola. But I believe this. If I reached out to him, he would holler, "Well, what's up, Giggity Boy?" Bro, listen, not everybody. I'm gonna say 99% of the people in New Orleans love OG Giggity. They love me. They like me. They rock with me, right? 1%, they got 1% can't stand me, and I understand that. I get that, because it's people I don't like. But he's right. He called him out. But I would say this. He said about the family and his other family members and the shame you throwing on, you putting that on them, and the shame they got to carry. And you know, sometimes I always say that sometimes a person, even myself, because my ears are the closest when I admonish people, we need to think sometime before we speak, because even though people are dead and I'm talking about, okay, well, yeah, I did this with him, or he did this, whatever case may be. So when you speak on throwing shame on the family got to deal with that shame you throw on them. That person took somebody else's life. That person have other family members hurting too. So it's always a domino effect, you know. So we only look at that one thing that sound pretty cool, like, oh man, like, bro, yeah, okay, he dead, but what about his family members? They gotta suffer that, you know, you speaking on their child. That was a child that was in the street. That was a child that was stepping. And some of our parents knew we were in the streets. Some of our parents ate us when we was in the street. Some of our parents held our drugs. Some of our parents held our dirty money. Some of our parents knew we had our guns on. Some of our parents were like, baby, you be careful. You make it home. I'd rather him than you. So sometimes we got to think and be like, man, you know what? If this was a guy who never been in prison, never been to jail, having to die of cancer or tumor on the brain or something, and then you say, yeah, man, he did it. Now his family got to deal with that shame that you're putting on this innocent man. But I know sometimes people don't think that far. And at the end of the day, only thing I'm just saying is this. I've always been a thinker. You know, like I always tell people, I don't buy friendships too expensive. So, yeah, a lot of families have to deal with this and this. But when you look at the family that's dealing with this and this, then you look at the person who dead or whoever been spoke on, and you check out his background. You say, well, this person had done a lot of, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you don't justify certain stuff. But here's my thing. If you're going to still be in the game and you want to still play the game, then you need to be respectful. then you need to, it's like how Kunta, because here's a guy right here that I know him. We were real tight at one time. And like I said, I believe I reach out to him now, he'll talk to me. He'll holler, because they all do. But there's a lot of people want to talk behind the scene. Nobody, they scared of what the next person going to say. But I'm not talking about him saying that with him, because I haven't tried to reach out, whatever. Certain stuff I just leave. If we see each other, what's up? You know, it's always going to respect what's happening, what was in it. But it's a lot of people that want to rock with me. There's a lot of people want to kick it with me. There's a lot of people that, boy, I see you winning. Boy, I see you doing your thing. And I'm by myself. And sometimes it's good to be by yourself. Sometimes it's good to be by yourself, by your own lonesome. Because guess what? I don't got to worry about filming myself. I don't have to worry about when Maggie come. I'm going to bring myself to the internet. Look what he did. Yo, look at that. I don't have to worry about that. So sometimes I look at it like that too. But let's finish listening to what Kunta got to talk about.
If certain guys in the game, bro, they put so much work in the game, you know, where they over, I'm talking about they maxed out in the game, bro, you know what I mean? Some guys catch that flack, bro, because, you know, people look at them as scumbags, even though they're somebody's kids or whatnot. Motherfuckers will throw charges on them. You know, they did, so they'll throw it on them. It won't look any different from all the other charges, So, and that was his case.
Yeah, and I get it, because I just say, you know, with you being locked up with him and seeing it just close, it hits home. You know what I mean? Where you definitely was seeing things happen, and you seen he was released before you.
Okay, yes, he was.
He was.
Yes.
Man, I'm a civilian, man.
When he came home.
Yes.
Was it a thing where people were talking about the way he came home?
Yes.
Is that something because he
Bosstalk, you know, people, bro. Listen, bro, I have a big name in the city of New Orleans. Of course, people would talk about how I come on, because I'm tied to Cash Money. And you notice this, y'all? Kunta, who's speaking now, you notice he keep addressing me Gangsta, because that's all he know. That's what he know me from. Little gangster to gangster, because we was real tight. So sometimes, you know how people say it's an old habit, hard to break. So even though if I tell her, man, that I'm Terrancegangstawilliams, man, I'm Mr. Seville, I'm Seville, people are like, man, well, I don't know you from that, because that name, that don't mean nothing to them no more. It have meaning to it, but it don't mean, it's like, okay, that's gangster. Just gangster, whatever. Yeah, he did this, but he down bad for this. You know what I'm saying? So you got a whole longer list of street cred, but you down bad for this. So some people would say all that work for nothing. And I always say, when they say that, I always say, well, let the victim family, brothers, cousins, sons, and all them know, man, all that working for nothing, man, leave them alone. They not. So, but that's another story, y'all.
He have not just said nothing about it, it would have been cool, or they were gonna find out.
Man, well, either way it go, man. I mean, Gangsta he know the streets. Period. He know the streets through his decision was his decision. And I mean, hey man, Gangsta like Gangsta don't give a fuck.
At all.
He really don't. He don't. I mean, it fucks with him a little bit.
No, I don't.
Imagine that he loved the reputation he had.
No. Listen, Kunta, listen to me. It don't mess with me at all because of this. When I was sitting in that cell in the feds, I sat back, and everything you talking about, I thought about it. Do you want to go out here, go back and live up that old reputation? Or do you want to get up, go out here, be an outcast? A lot of people are going to be disappointed in you, and go live your life. I'm going to go out here, go live my life. Because guess what? Even as an old head, and I'm going to use you for example, stood 10 toes, rolled out with your co-defendants. That wasn't y'all that did the situation. Y'all got off. Y'all spent 20-something years of your life in prison for something you didn't do. But you stood on man time. You stood on, but guess what? Those youngsters today, they don't care what you did or what I did. If you or I get in their way, gonna put us down. You best believe that. They got the switches out there. They got them foreign names, Dracos and FNNs, stuff we ain't know nothing about. But really, they just chopped off the chopper and made it a little bit. And you know what I'm talking about? So, at the end of the day, one can always say, yeah, it meant this to me, to keep my honor, my dignity, my integrity. How you say integrity? You say all them good words, but to the streets, yeah, they're gonna hold your memory. Yeah, boy, that boy had it. Yeah, I remember that old head to come through to show up. But I'm out here now. That old get out of the way and bust his butt. Yeah, he a real one. Yeah, he stood up. Yeah, he did time. But if he get out of the way and bust his butt. Yeah, he was a gangster. He went hard. But he become a rat. But if he got out of the way and bust his butt. So it all boils down to this. You and I, the old heads, we come in the same situation. Those youngsters don't care. They'll listen to our story, what we did, but they don't care. Because we was young at one time and we didn't care. We admire, we respected the ones who came in forward. We checked out what they did, took the game here. But at the end of the day, we was itching to get one of them under our belts. And that's just what it is to this day. So no, it don't affect me because guess what? Even with being labeled what I'm being labeled as, by name, the legacy's still going on. People are still talking about OG Giggity. They still talk about what I did because it's undeniable. You can't get around. You just can't duck what I've done for the city of New Orleans, what I've done to the city of New Orleans. And like I always tell people, yes, I was part of the problem. And I want to be a part of the solution. But you have some guys that still be like, because I have done so much, I don't believe he chill. Oh, I don't believe that he didn't change his life. I just don't know, but I know the gangster I know. No, he was a stepper. He was doing it. And that's the problem. People be still stagnated, stuck in ignorance to where they feel like, I don't believe he changed. I don't believe, I believe that boy still might. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but some. Because I always tell people, I can only tell a person from the last time I was with you what type of person you are. I don't know this new person. I have to see this. And that's the situation with Kunta's stuck off in that he just know me from being the gangster, the stepper, in the parish, holding it down. I never tucked my tail, never, you know what I'm saying, been chumped a punk in the parish and none of that. And that's what he know. You know what I'm saying? I understand, I get that.
Saying, I mean, he said he made his transition, that he's not in the street any longer. I would hope that's the fact. I would hope
that's a fact.
That he's not in the street any longer.
But I'm too old to be in the streets.
About him. Wow. Yo, he been like that since a kid. We did juvenile justice together in Scotland.
It's Scotland right here, y'all. What are we talking about right here? Juvenile
that shit don't mean that to him. He loved the entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
That's his shit.
He loved it. He loved it.
That's his shit.
He said, and that's something I just look at how you know, like you, the way you done it, it wasn't right the way you got, you know, done. You know that, you know, but to hold it down and just stay true to who you are, I think it says a lot about your character.
Yes.
That's real. That's 100. That's all I can say.
That meant something to me.
Yeah, it means something
to the streets. Excuse me, but you know, yes, it meant something to me. You know, it's about me, bro. You know what I mean? Very conscious of the things I do, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Did you know Sterling?
Well, I knew him, but not personally.
Okay.
From seeing him.
Wow. You know.
I know their whole little crew. I was on the streets when they was moving around, you know, so I knew all. You know, Stone, I was locked up. Him, Scotland, all us were locked up. Yeah.
I always hear about Master P, brother.
All right, that's enough of Bosstalk. Get up off my screen. Now, it always mean a lot to a person that stood up, that was arrested and kept their mouth closed. And when they come home, you know, they got that badge of honor. You know, they get to walk with the head up, you know, like, yeah, man, I kept it real. I'm a solid, I'm a soldier, right? But my question is this. What now? What now? You held it down, you stood up, real dude, all this stuff that we go through in the urban communities. What now? What now? Because like I say, if you look at the streets, yeah, they're gonna respect, okay, yeah. On one thing they care about, they doing a life of crime, well, he ain't gonna rat on it, so that's good. You know what I'm saying? But they not about to let you come back to that block. That block you once ran, that block, and I'm not speaking on Kuta, I'm speaking in general now. That block we once ran, that block we once held down, the block that belongs to the city that we say ours, somebody else occupying that block. They already got these little things set up where if you try to come back out there talking about, and I know a few old heads who come on, thought that way, and they got flatlined. a dirt nap right now as we speak. So what now? So while we hold on to this, because at the end of the day, no matter how much either you stand up or you went the other route, you told, you labeled as you labeled it that, we are old heads now. What now? What do you do now? Because you can't go to the block and say, hey, all y'all money go getters, all y'all head busters, all y'all gunslingers, pull up, pay homage to me, hit my hand, look out for me. Because I paved the way. I was coming through here with the ignorance, which y'all doing now. I did that already. I went to Angola. I kept it real. I'm a real one. Give me some money. The youngsters ain't trying to hear that. Yeah, they want to hear the story like they enjoy my stories. So at the end of the day, what now? What now? Because no matter how much we dwell on the past, before we get to where we are today, when we reflect on back in the day, we all in that conversation. We all in that conversation. Juvenile jail, the parish, where you had to be a dog, you had to be a real one to survive. The project and the know you. That's me. I ain't put it up because I got a story for that too. What I wrote on back here. Straight up gangster. Look why I said this to. I said this to T. Look how young and ignorant I was. Look at that head. I was the cuss back then. Look at that. Look what I said. I had said this to George in Angola. I had said this to George in Angola. This in the Magnolia Project. Look at me. See me that noise? See with my little cap on? See the money in my head? The bally's on? What now, though? Yeah, them youngsters like to check that out, how we dress, what we did, how we was coming, getting money. But what now? What are you doing now? Because if you want to go back to the streets, now you got to try to be kind and manipulate the youngsters to try to move, but you got to have to connect and get to work, and you don't know who's who, what's going on. We too old to be going to jail for a conspiracy, going back to jail in your 50s, late 40s, early 50s. To me, it just don't make that's ignorance right there. This was matter of fact, this was at a Cash Money concert back then. And this my famous QX4. It's that famous QX4, yep. That's it right here. That's that famous QX4. It's a story behind that. Me across the river. So this Sterling funeral, I got pictures from Sterling funeral out in the project. You did. When I left the street, my daughter was a little baby. She graduated from Howard University now. Look at my OGs right here from New Orleans. Look at the OG from New Orleans. Harry and Darryl from the city of New Orleans. Claudia B, legend out the Magnolia, was the first one with the Mac 11, sitting down. Me and Mosquito standing up behind him. So let me show you something. Look, Claudia B sitting down. Me and Mosquito standing up behind him. So now that speaks volume. That shows you when we was coming up. Yeah, a lot of us. That's Hot Boy Rhymer too. Look at that. I just noticed that, but a lot of us slung it iron, but we all felt we was all tough. We all was bad. So what one would say, how we come up and we saw somebody sitting down like, oh, he the man, he the one sitting down. No, he the one to pay for the picture. Man, y'all come on, get in the picture. Oh, all right, let's pull up. You know what I'm saying? But look at Skiboo on the picture with us. So we all young, wow, coming up, doing what we do. And look, we still have that prison mentality. Let me show y'all something. Y'all see this picture here of me and Mosquito? You see we in the club? We got on Tommy Hilfiger shirts, the Jabos, polo jackets, all this kind of stuff. But we got white handkerchiefs tied around our neck. You can tell we're still stuck on prison time. The same mentality for that picture at for me in jail. The same thing. We bring that stuff to the streets. How about I say, well, y'all done stole my picture? Look, same thing. See that handkerchief around my neck? Same thing. We come on with that same mentality. But one got to say, at some point, enough is enough. And that's where I'm at with it. Yes, I have retired from the guy, denounced the streets. I no longer desire the streets. I'm enjoying life just like right here by myself. I don't have a lot of friends. I still have some from childhood. I still talk to, hey boy, how you doing? Kick it with them, but I do better by myself. I do a lot better by myself, you know. And with social media, you could meet a lot of people. And I always tell people this too. I don't need a lot of friends. I don't need to be cool with a lot of people. I'm a Muslim, so it's Muslim all around the world. It's Muslim that would love to, what's up? Sit down and talk about the deen and get to know one and hang out. So I'm fine, man. I'm fine. But I noticed that Bosstalk always he really want to interview me. That's what it is. And I tell people this how I hustle. I hustle on YouTube and I charge for interviews. I got the prices vary, you know, it varies. Depends on how big your channel is, what's going on. Because I'm in the game, I know how I go. I know how you gonna make money off me. I know how, and you know, people, you don't go to comment on man, well, I do, because I know how this YouTube channel go. I know every 100,000 views, that's at least 1,000. That's anywhere from $800 to $1,000. So if you constantly dropping, you're gonna get money. So for those who've been asking questions, Vlad on 31, 32 now. So you can imagine the money. So that's why when you know your value, know what you're worth, you're gonna demand your price, because they're gonna break it down. If you say certain stuff that's gonna go viral, people are like, okay, just that one video, they're gonna get their money back, and then all other stuff is profits. So that's why I love the YouTube game. That's why you'll never see me back in the streets hustling. But this is in the game right here. Legal money. I can sit down and talk that talk and make my money. And it's people, it's a handful that's hating. Oh, he be talking about them old stories. Nobody want to hear it. I'm getting paid. So old story, play boy. And if they stop hating and they catch on, they'll see they could pay their rent, their water bill, light bills from YouTube. Sitting back. Because we say stuff that people want to say, that people can't say, that people are scared to say. Matter of fact, speaking of that, do anybody got the video? Because I got to straighten this with this young buck. Do anybody got that video when Cash Money had that black Hummer with the Cash Money words in there with the neon lights in there? Do anybody got a video or old picture throwback when Cash Money had that black Hummer? Anyway, y'all know my motto. I say no to drugs, let's stop the violence, put the guns down. Make sure y'all get tested for HIV and AIDS, because y'all need to know y'all status. Got the nonprofit, they need us. The Instagram, they need us. Third War, the movie, them boys at war. The reality show, Life After the Feds. No. The reality show, Survive Without Birdman. It's out right now. Make sure y'all support that. It's called Surviving Without Birdman. It's on the channel right now. I got it out. It's like 40-something thousand. Let's go. Y'all need to share that. Pass. I'm trying to get them numbers up. I have some more. But I need the love, man. Y'all show the love. I need to keep it coming, man. So thank y'all for all love, support. That's it, man.